Hello gamers, it's your boy Golden12 back with another Genshin Impact video. I know it's been a while, but hey listen, I'm back, and today we're going to talk about Albedo and his new stuff, as well as how insane he's going to be, and I guess Geo in general, in the next update. So then, I would like to say one thing. Thank you for supporting the video. I have been reading pretty much every single comment, and well, soon enough, I will be dissecting a few of them, and explaining in more detail a couple of things about that, because I know on that tier list I wasn't perfectly clear on everything, and that's totally fair. However, I deeply believe some of you literally don't know what you're doing, don't know how to play the game, or just straight up are wrong. So I will go into that in another video, probably, but we'll see. Anyways, today is all about Albedo. In my attempt to finally get out some content. So then, what we have here is the Cinnabar Spindle, aka the defense sword. Basically what it does is it gives you 69% defense, nice, and it gives you 80% skill damage based off that defense that you have. For like every couple of seconds. This isn't a huge deal because you're only going to be using this on Albedo, and it works really well with his passive because it's going to reproc right before he gets his blossoms anyways. So basically, you equip this weapon, you get a ton more defense, and you get a ton of extra damage for having it equipped on Albedo for his E skill. Very nice. We know it's 80% as always because you just doubled the effect, and of course it's a free-to-play weapon, so I'm going to recommend you get its refinements. You don't have to upgrade it immediately, but you just need to get the stuff for it, and you'll be good to go. Now, we don't care about this set, we care about this one. This is the big one. Huge buff for a lot of characters. Dusk of Opulent Dreams. What this gives you is 30% defense, which is huge on some defense characters, and then it's 4-piece, basically every couple seconds if you hit something with a Geo attack, so it does Geo damage, or if they're off field, right, every 3 seconds while in combat. Remember, this starts as soon as you're in combat. You get stacks up to 24. So basically you're getting 4 stacks, it's 24%. You get 24% attack, Geo damage, you get 24% Geo damage and 24% defense. Very nice for those characters that are going to want that, like Ito most likely, because obviously they're making the set for him. Noel, Albedo. So yes, very good. And of course Goro would also probably be quite solid with, I'd imagine, some combination of this, probably the 2-piece. But yeah, anyways, that's all in good. Time to talk about what's important. Albedo specifically. So everyone knows Albedo, right? His main thing is doing his E damage, where he scales off of defense, right? This right here is the main thing that you're using him for. Of course, he can do some solid ult damage, but that's not the point of this. Plus, really, I'm trying to explain to you how big of an upgrade this is for him, specifically, and really good for free-to-plays as well, right? Now, Albedo, he's one of those characters that's kind of friendly on free-to-plays, with you not really needing constellations, because constellations don't do too much to it. C4 is quite good for helping you gain extra damage via burst, based on defense, but otherwise, it's, not too big of a deal. C1 can be fine for extra energy recharge, but again, I don't really see any point to go anywhere past C2. You probably don't even want Constellation in the first place. C1, he's amazing either way. But yeah, I'm sure everyone already knows that. Now, the artifact set. I already explained what it does, and it's going to be really good on these characters. Now, there has been a bit of controversy on people that literally do not understand how this works. And, like normal, I need to tell you how it works. Basically, right, you hit them with a Geo attack, right? It does, it gives you a stack, right? Albedo will not have an issue proccing this. You know why? Because this does it every 0.3 seconds, right? You know why that's important? If you burst, you're instantly getting full stacks on this thing. His burst is going to hit, that counts as one hit, and since it is a staggered delay that is, longer than 0.3 seconds for each one of those 7 isotoma flowers, or whatever they're called, guess what? You have full stacks. So anyone debating whether or not this is Albedo's best in slot, it is, okay? It's just a fact. You're running this set on Albedo, it's giving him a huge damage increase, right? And it is super easy to proc. You don't need to worry about any setup or anything. Now, maybe you'll be saying, well, Gold Demon, you don't open the rotation with Albedo's burst. That is true. However, him being off field, all you gotta do is press it. You press his E skill, he gets a stack, boom, you're already running for it, right? You're doing some good damage just based off that. You don't even need to worry about it. He's gonna be getting the bonuses off field, right? Perfectly fine there. Again, already explained how this weapon works. You want to farm this up. You'll see what we'll get it from later on. I believe they stated in the thing it's from building the snowman, but Reason why this is important right here is because all this. Now then, I know, don't freak out because it's an Excel sheet, okay? There's no need to worry about that. This is really simple, and you don't even need to worry about this entire top part. Basically, all I was doing here was typing it out so I could see it myself inside Excel and do a couple of quick maths. This isn't anything accurate, but it will tell you about what you're expecting when putting this on. So for this, I'm assuming the new set that you have on with basically average substats. Now I am actually assuming for this case you're running a crit rate a circlet so that you can actually crit with it, because without it you're probably going to suffer on crit rate. Now I'm just going to assume that you can get around 20% defense percentage on each artifact, which is possible, right? You just have to be lucky for defense artifacts, which I'm sure a lot of people have been shafted by that, but the problem here is that it's a new set, right? So you definitely will need to farm this domain quite a bit if you want to get something like this, but I'm using this as an average just to sort of gauge how much we're getting from it, right? Because normally, at least in Harbinger of Dawn, you're running double defense instead of crit rate here, so you're going to have a lot higher of a defense stat, right? So yeah, that's basically it. Also, hold on. I know I'm saying a lot and right, but come on. That guy that pointed out, you really had to do that to me, dude? Okay? I kind of self-aware about that. Anyways. From the set, right, you're getting 30% damage, 30% defense and extra 24% defense with extra 24% geo damage bonus, right? Which the two piece itself is going to give you 260 defense around that, right? Because it is scaling off your base defense. So that's cool. Equipping the weapon, just equipping the weapon, is giving you an extra 600 defense. That is huge, right? That is insanely strong for his E skill, which at level 10, right, is going to do 240 blossom damage, right? Really strong. Now then, what I did here is just do a little quick calculation of how much damage you're gaining with it. So without the weapon, right, you're gonna have, with these substats, right, you're gonna have actually just flat out with just the substats alone, you are having 2000 defense, right? This is normal for Albedos, especially when they're level 90, which is what I'm assuming here, right? With the weapon, you're at 2600, basically 2700 defense. If you include the full set bonus, right, everything, you're at 3000, basically 200 defense, and you will be higher than this if you have godly artifacts, right? So this is absolutely absurd, right? Your Albedo is going to have ridiculous amounts of defense with all the stuff added on top of each other, right? And the actual damage you'll gain at this point is you're going to have 71% geo damage bonus, which is factoring in the 46 plus the 24 you get from the 4-piece, right? You're getting 71% geo damage bonus, and you're getting 2,500 extra damage on top of what you're already doing, which is, guess what, going to factor into everything else. So just based off this, Albedo's damage is going up like by 50% basically. And with characters like Goro, right, it's most likely going to go even higher, right? So in this update, you're going to see Albedo dealing double the damage he already does. It is going to be absolutely absurd. Hell, it could even be more than double. Albedo's getting a huge buff in this update, and I need you guys to understand that, right? Don't get this wrong. All this stuff for Albedo, absolutely huge, and it's arguably a must run. Just looking at like simple numbers, right? These are somewhat accurate. I'm just using the actual percentages from the game to get an estimate, right? And it's just absurd to me, honestly. I think this outweighs stuff like Harbinger of Dawn, right? Of course, we have to wait till it's in the game, but I believe this stuff is outweighing Harbinger of Dawn on Albedo, right? If you have him on the new set and everything, it's going to be incredibly strong. Now then, if you want any information on Albedo or extended explanation or like other various things, I encourage you to check out the videos from I Win to Lose, specifically this new one he just put out a couple days ago, 20 things to consider for Albedo's rerun, right? I'm going to link this in the description so you can see it, right? Because he goes over some really good points about this character and what you're going to need for him, right? Again, I do agree that Albedo is suffering currently from just the state of the game, right? He's not run a lot. However, he will be incredibly strong and get a huge buff in the next update, right? So I'm excited to see what it's going to be like, you know, once he gets all these buffs. So then, that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you want to know more about this, feel free to ask, or again, check the video down below. Tell me what you think in the comments below. You know, I'm very curious to see what you guys think, or if you're excited about this, you know, huge Albedo buff, just like me. And yeah, that's it. I'm Gold Demon, and I'll see you next time.